Now let's get into this. This is 11:07 a.m. June 10th, 2025. It's Robert Nathaniel Stills. Like I always say, my dad had sex, and he told me he had sex with his niece, Kristen Harvey. My kids are left in that house. I reported this to the police in Spartanburg County, Enterprise, Alabama, and even the FBI because the police did nothing about it. Because they've left my two children, 13-year-olds and a 15-year-old, in the house with my dad and mom after he admitted to having sex with his niece, which is a dangerous situation. If you don't agree, cut the video off. You're not worthy to even look at me. You're a pedophile supporter if you don't agree. He shouldn't be around my children. And it ain't me just saying it. You want to see for yourself? Here we go. This is my mom's best friend, 78-year-old lady over Goslow Haven. Conversation with me she didn't know I recorded.
I understand. I'm saying I called Enterprise Police Department. They said I have to talk to Spartanburg County because my dad committed incest there in that town. I called them, and my kids are in that house. I told them I did the report. They had failed to call me. You said that Chris. You said Kristen called my dad, or Kristen called my mother. You're in the car with her, right?
Kristen called on your mother's phone, and your mother told me what was said.
And what was said?
Bits and pieces of it on the phone, and she's turned around and told me. That's just
what did she say? That Kristen had sex with my dad?
Angel, please hush.
Poor Angel. She said Kristen had sex with my dad.
Do what?
You said that she told you Kristen had sex with my dad and she was upset.
Yeah. And she just found it out, and she was devastated. So I figured she'd use her head and leave him, stay away from him, and figure out a little bit more about it, but she didn't.
Did Kristen, or did my mom tell you that Kristen said she was underage, or they told me that? Did she tell you that?
No, she didn't. She didn't go in. She didn't. I think it shocked her so bad. She didn't really go into the details of the age and all, and it shocked me because it devastated your mama so bad. And that's the reason I'm shocked today as to why. I know she's money hungry, and I know she's going to stay where the money's at, but that's ridiculous, putting their lives in danger.
Yeah, I'm just confused why Spartanburg, okay, I did what you said. I called Enterprise where they're at. Enterprise told me they can do nothing to call Spartanburg County, South Carolina.
Spartanburg County's got Chuck Wright there, and
Chuck Wright's the sheriff.
That's
Dad's
why
best
he let
friend.
him go to Landville for 3 years and do what he done with your mama.
And what did he do?
Around with somebody on third shift. Now
So,
that she did
do you know the lady's name that he was cheating on her with?
What now?
Do you know the lady he was cheating on her with when he was, okay. But anyways,
I met her. She's a hairdresser. You know what she was back then.
Back to what I was saying. I called Spartanburg County. I did the report yesterday. I gave them your number. They're supposed to call you, the detective. I sent all the information. I've posted all the proof. I have it all on my phone. I told them my address. I gave them my dad's address on the email today and phone number.
They probably already talked to you, Dad. They probably already talked to you.
Well, it's a Class C felony.
They
And
let this thing go this long. And they'll go to the house when you report them, and it's your kids, and all they do is laugh about it and sit there and drink coffee. There's something wrong with all that.
okay. Well, I'm going to keep trying because something needs to be done. And you're a witness. Tracy's a witness. I've already shown that email that she knows that my dad and mom abused her. So my dad admitted to having sex with Kristen. You're a witness to that. I have the proof on his cell phone text. I've sent it to him. So I get that investigator needs to be looking stuff up immediately. All right, well, let me let you take care.
No answers to that. The cops are crooked. They always have been. The system's crooked. Always has been.
Well, let me let you.
I don't know where to go beyond that. You're the daddy. You're the one that has got the kids in there. If they talk to me, you know what some smart-ass cop's going to say to me? Well, where do you stand with this? Because you're only a friend?
Well, what I'm saying is I got the video proof. You're a witness. I get you. No, I get you. You're good.
They got to make a move with you first.
You're right. Well, I've done my part, so let's just be patient and see what happens.
Well, and what I'm trying to say is you'd feel the same way if it was me. If they're not making a move towards
I would call. If it was me, I would call.
If I can't even get it done and get it started, how the devil is somebody else going to get it
I would still call and I'd videotape and say, hey, I'm a witness. I heard it too. Can you just jot that
What
down?
I'm trying to tell you, that's not
That's
doing
cool.
any good because
Okay.
even when everything was going on before, and you were talking to whatever her name was.
I'm just saying that's what I would do. I respect that you
were
don't.
talking to Philip who knows, they all bowed out.
Okay, well, I love you. I'll let you get back to Angel, baby. I'm gonna get off here so I don't get all hyper about it. I gotta do that phone call soon for my alcohol classes.
All right.
All right, love you.
And then I wasn't allowed to speak to my children no more After, if you look at the facts and the proof all online, because I do videos all the time, even before this, I was seeing my children. They were being brought to me, even left alone with me. They were always around me. I was allowed to call them daily. Every single day, I religiously called my children up until the day I reported my dad for incest. Then they told me I could not talk to my children no more. Here, you want to see that video? This is his text. This is a screenshot video of the phone text with me and my dad that day. Wednesday, August the 30th, 8:51 a.m. I shared that issue with you in confidence. The communication between us stopped when you chose to post that online, which was not your responsibility. I won't banter words with you about that any further. He's talking about the incest he committed with Kristen. We are trying to get you to understand that as long as you have that type of attitude and outburst toward us concerning that, talking about again, the incest with Kristen, as you heard Miss Lynn talking about, it will be very difficult to attempt any form of conversation with you for continued fear of your conversational topics with us. Topic being that he had sex with Kristen Harvey, his niece, and I'm worried about the safety of my children. So I'm not allowed to talk to my kids because I brought it up, started telling people. I started telling people online because the cops do nothing. I report it and they do nothing but laugh about it, like Lynn said, and drink coffee with my dad and mom. And Chuck Wright covers it up. To completely withdraw, I shared that issue with you in confidence. The communication between us stopped when you chose to post that online, which is not your responsibility. All right, back up here to the top one. To completely withdraw from having any conversation with you for fear of what you will continue to say. We hope that you will give us more time to trust that you will stop trying to threaten us, which I didn't threaten. I said I'm going to have you put in prison. I'm going to have you put in jail. I did say I wish they were dead because of what he did. We do pray that you will stay focused to continue moving forward. They're putting on their fake Christian act. We do love and care for you. No, the hell they don't. And only desire that you not attack us verbally. Attacking them verbally because my dad told me that he had sex with his niece. My kids are being left in that house in danger. Once we can feel safe from that, safe from me telling and exposing the truth, because you know how pedophile people that like to groom children, they want to feel safe and have their safe spot. From that, hopefully, we can begin to have that conversation between you and your kids. So I'm not allowed to talk to my children for exposing my dad. Let's just summarize it all up. I'm not allowed to talk to my children, Jacob and Olivia, on the day till now when I exposed my dad for telling me himself, and you heard Lynn just a second ago, my mama's best friend, 78-year-old lady, that worked with Guys Little Haven. Matter of fact, so y'all know that, worked with Guys Little Haven, the special needs that were from 6 years old up to 90, and my dad was left alone with them. That's a big question too. But anyways, she says it on video. My mom said it to her. My mom said it to me. My dad said it to me. There's the text. This ain't hearsay. Why is nobody being arrested? Why is Chuck Wright, as Miss Lynn said, the sheriff, doing nothing about my dad, which is his good friend of 22 years that they worked together in Spartanburg County, South Carolina? You do the math.